Ladies and gentlemen, this woo-woo series is part of the monthly Thor News fundraiser, where I raise all my bills at the beginning of the month through your contributions and donations. Gotta pay rent on Wednesday, but they don't kick me out until Monday. So, snail mail works best. T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, 416, Houston, Texas, 77096, or paypal.me/Thor News. Hopefully that will work, but snail mail is the best way to go. So let us get into it. And who knows how wacky I'm going to get, because it's a one-taker, and we're looking at a spaceship on Mars. Asterisk. We're looking at a laguna, a bar. We're looking at a flashy bright lights. I don't know, man. Like, let me zoom in with my technical capabilities here on Screencast-O-Matic. And we're going to zoom in and see what we can see. But this story came out on the 21st. And that is definitely an interesting, suspicious shape, shall we say. And we are saying that I've said it. And you know what's weird is they got like a bunch of rovers on Mars. I got a bunch of robots, spiders, drones. I mean, they don't, they keep sending stuff. They got a helicopter going out there. They got a little earthquake detector. And so Mars is a fascinating place. Though they say they've never found life, and they keep saying, we found water. Wait, we didn't find water. Wait, we found water. And so Mars is a mystery. Space agencies are a mystery. And, people say NASA's never a straight answer. And that's probably true, but like any giant organization, they're not all good, they're not all bad. So I think they give us the best information that they can, but things have been weird in this oil war and deception economy. All right, so yeah, there's it's an interesting shape, whatever that is. It's definitely interesting. And out of all the Martian anomalies I've seen in my years here, that one's fascinating. So let's find out what people are saying. Now we're just going to this little video by The Independent. They put together a photograph taken on Mars. Has been captured. A mysterious bright glow. It's going too fast. The image shows rocky hills in the background and legit streaking across. How do you expect people? Okay. The Curiosity rover landed in 2012 and is armed with 17 cameras. I didn't know it had 17. Since then, it has roamed all over the planet, beaming back vast quantities of data and photographs. Although the NASA solar probe has only given us one photograph, and it's right next to the sun and really close to Earth. But conspiracy theorists have said the photograph is evidence of extraterrestrials on the red planet. I highly recommend Richard Hoagland's done some work on some Martian theories, and they are fascinating. You can take them with a grain of salt if you want to, but I mean, the whole thing that the monolith, and then we get the iPhone, and then somehow it's like Mars is ruling Earth, and humans start to just really hate each other. Something to look into, the relationship between Mars, the moon, Earth. Another thing, like, I forget what Donald Trump said, but he'd said something where it made it sound like he was referring to the moon as Mars, and people were like, ah, ha, ha. And I was like, no, he's trying to tell you that, like, the Mars energy has been blocking us down from the moon and keeping things really foobar since 1996, when Bill Clinton said we found life on Mars and an asteroid on Earth. I did a video on it. It's really weird because, like, in this press conference, he's like, yeah, we just found proof of life on Mars in a meteorite. Any questions? And he's in the White House lawn, and they start asking him questions about abortion. I mean, that was 1996. And then from there, things really started to go downhill, and humans started to hate each other in a divide and conquer. Nobody's winning this screwbar game. So I'm always fascinated by Mars, though they're just pictures of Martian dirt tend to bore me. And then by focusing on something in observational physics, you absorb some of its energy, and pretty much every religion, every culture throughout history has associated Mars with war, which is fascinating. And so, yeah, there's definitely a kind of an alpha male war spirit with Mars. So if you focus on Mars, of course, you're going to have war everywhere all the time. And so I'm really glad that NASA's focusing on things like the moon and Titan. So that's good news. And so the people who think Earth is fake and everything, Earth is flat and everything's fake, you can spaz out now. NASA has released a photo taken by Curiosity rover that shows a mysterious, unexplained white light on Mars. The black and white raw image was taken by the rover's right nav cam, which acts as sort of an eye. That's what she said on June 16th, 2019, or Sol 2438, and transmitted back to Earth. The nav cam snapped the picture at 3:53:59 UTC. The rover has 2 nav cams and 17 cameras, and it has been sending photographs continuously since it landed on the red planet in August 2012, nearly 7 years ago. And yeah, it looks a lot like Arizona, for sure. And why did we get one frame? I mean, doesn't that camera shoot 60 frames a second, 30 frames a second? Ooh, and the other, I forget, one place had it moving, so you could actually see it moving. I should have found that one. It's unclear exactly what the white spot on the photograph is, as images taken almost immediately before and after do not show the mysterious white light. The images below, also released publicly, were taken 3:53:46 UTC. And so, yeah, I guess that's the image before and after, and this one's coming. There was nothing there. This is not the first time an anomaly of this sort has been spotted on Curiosity on Mars. In 2014, a separate mysterious white spot was seen by the rover on April 3rd, or Sol 589. At the time, JPL scientist Justin Makimaki said he believed the light could be from a glint, the rock surface reflecting the sun. And we got there like 3 months. We got to Mars the first time, like 3 months before JFK died. So we've been on Mars. We've had a heavy Mars presence for 50 years. So yeah, if there was life there and they were going to tell us about it, you'd think they'd have done that by now. Though, like I said, shit has been real weird since 96 and even since after JFK died. So, did they find life on Mars? The Elysium pyramids, there's tons of fascinating things going on in Mars. And another thing I pointed out, India got a rover lander there a couple years ago. They did it on a shoestring budget. They landed it there, put out a couple good photographs, and as soon as they did that, NASA signed some weird deal with them, and then they haven't put out a lot of information. So there's a whole lot of mystery around the planet that gives us Hermione. She's an Aries. She's cute. Real cute. A separatist mysterious... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, and rarely do planets go, who knows? Yeah, man, it could be aliens. I wonder, what would Martians be like? Would they be like humans? Would they be like bugs? Would they be like reptiles? Would they be like gelatinous cubes? Could they be like, who knows? Maybe one day we'll find out. And yes, I do believe in aliens. I do believe aliens are probably here. I do believe there's a small chance I am related to Valiant Thor. 2019 is a wild and crazy place. And there have been a lot of stories of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in the news. And not only in the news, but like people who worked within the government, stepping out of the government, saying, yep, it's definitely something we're looking into and continue to be looking into. Navy and Air Force pilots have run into UFO encounters over the last few months. So it's definitely 2019 is interesting. In December 2018, Curiosity detected a shiny object, which may be a meteorite in the air, floating meteorite in the air. Even if it was a meteorite, it's floating. But NASA researchers were not sure. NASA researchers were not sure at the time. The planning team thinks it might be a meteorite because it's so shiny. Squirrel, NASA wrote in a November 2018 mission update. But looks can deceive, and proof will only come from the chemistry. That's what she said. A NASA spokesperson told Fox News that the anomaly is likely an effect of the sun. Well, sure, thanks. And images with, even if it was a UFO, it was glowing, that's an effect of the sun. and images with effects like this are seen pretty routinely. There's a whole lot of irony in this statement. This is kind of like a purple pill video where it's like some red pill, some blue pill. But having NASA say, looks can deceive. Thanks for that, guys. More pictures of Martian dirt. And images with effects like this are pretty routinely. Plus, it's likely an effect of the sun. NASA doesn't mention the sun much. Well, they did come out with a projection of the sun's activity over the next few cycles. But I don't know, the sun's like has female aspects to it, so you never know what females are going to do. So there you go. It looks like a ship to me. Gilligan and the castaways, are they on Mars? Is that in the line? Who knows what that is? Is that Tatooine? You got one of those sand crawlers? What is going on? NASA offers 3 explanations. Maybe we've already read that, but see, this one. This is the one that had. What is going on? See, why is this? This one shows a different kind of light. It's moving. That almost looks like a person. Okay, great. But wasn't this from the same time? Things are crazy. Oh, that's from 2014. No, wrong story. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing. But who knows, man? What do you think? I find it fascinating for sure. I find it interesting. It definitely, that doesn't, like I said, that's a pretty weird shape for a rock or whatever they think it might be. Aliens, friendly or foe? Attack from Mars portrays them as gaslighters who will rip out your guts and then eat you. And that's not nice. Earth is much cooler than that. Anyway, there's been another exciting woo-woo UFO Thor News episode. And if you do lack all the magic that I bring you, then I would appreciate your love, help, and support if you can make a contribution. D. Lewison 5430 Birdwood Rd 416, Houston, Texas 77096, or PayPal.me/Thor News. I really appreciate it. Because I'm good at what I do. I like to do it. And I like to bring it to you. So everybody stay cool. Let's have a great week. Let's have a great summer. Full solar eclipse coming in one day. So expect the weather to get wild and people to act extra weird. And we had a lot of planets retrograde. And so it's going to be a wild, fun, and romantic July. So buckle up, Buttercup, and stay cool. God bless everyone. Let's live long and prosper together. May the force be with you all always. Peace out.